What the fuck?
It's the Fever Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fever Dream Podcast. I am your host, Mike. Today's episode's with my buddy TJ. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any comments, suggestions, you need advice, fan mail, anything like that, go ahead, comment down in the YouTube comments. Otherwise, we do have an email. It's originalfeverdreampodcast@gmail.com. Send whatever you like there, pictures. If you got a script you want us to read, anything at all, send it in. But anyways, enjoy the episode, guys. Thanks a lot.
And then, they just wouldn't really let me into Target after that.
That's fucked up, man.
That's, some people say I deserve it. I also think I deserve it. But I do really wish I could go inside Target sometimes.
Yeah, I mean...
Dude, so didn't Sage, he had the fan mail, right?
Yeah, so Sage had some fan mail for us. He said he kind of sorted through it for anything that was kind of usable and, something we could just kind of read over.
I'm pretty sure we got thousands of emails.
We got a lot.
After just the one.
We got a lot. I'm really surprised how much we got. Let me pull him up here. He has them written down for us. Okay, the first one is from Danny Phantom 42. It says, "This podcast is cringeworthy." Okay, Danny.
Thanks for your input, Danny. Hopefully, over time you'll get used to us. I don't know. Maybe give it another try or something. I don't know. I wouldn't personally describe the podcast as cringeworthy. I think it's pretty top quality.
I thought, it's the first episode, man. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, you don't really have a taste for it yet, so you can't really...
I'm saying you're going to eat pizza once, and just because, you put the Totino's pizza in, and you just put it in for 2 minutes less. And it says 12 to 14, you did 12, and it came out a little cold. That's not my fault.
Yeah, that's on you, really.
That's on you.
Yeah.
Learn how to cook your pizza. All right, next one. This one's from 1402682A6. Wait. 1402682A6. That's really all right. Please upload no more podcasts. Wow, man. For a guy that had so many numbers in his name, I guess it's not really a surprise he doesn't know how fucking letters work either.
I'm speechless, really, at this one.
Wow. I think everybody kind of gets these, right?
Here, let me just see that really quick. He spelled upload wrong. He spelled it UPLOWD.
Oh wow.
Okay. All right. I don't have anything to say to you, sir. I just want to move on at this point.
Okay. Next one we have from John Cena, 1742. So probably an enthusiast of the Civil War or the founding of America, and also John Cena. This guy sounds very patriotic.
All right.
I'm wondering. I bet you he's got something good to say.
Yeah, I can get behind this guy.
This racist trash is the problem with the internet. Fucking stop, and stop is in caps. More misspelling. Talking about racism, yet his name is from when slavery was legal.
Yeah. You should learn something about racism.
I mean, if you remember that voicemail that came out from John Cena about the race scandal, like he said something about, in layman's terms, the blacks.
Layman's terms.
Okay, well,
You know what? I think that guy's a bigot, and really, yeah.
This guy's probably
Fuck you.
a bigger
Fuck you, you
bigot
bigot.
than-
You're the
yeah.
bigger bigot than anyone.
Fucking piece of shit. Next one, Purple Rainbow 7. Your podcast could be funny if it wasn't full of toxic masculine bullshit. Write better content, assholes. Dude. Okay, this is such a weird trend. Like, just that I just happen to read these in this order of like kind of like, I mean, some of them are on the fence about liking us. Like, they're like right on the edge.
Yeah.
Like, I like you guys.
I mean, it seems like it's been pretty positive so far,
It's
but
been. I think most of these are good. This one's just kind of out of place.
yeah, I think that one yeah.
Okay. Let's just keep this going. This
All right.
one's from M. Serrano. It says, "I will never get back the entire hour of my life you pathetic kids took from me." The next one, Jazzy J-Man. Yo, this shit's stupid dumb. Stupid spelled with 2 O's.
Wow. Really, maybe on one of the next podcasts, we'll detail the English language and how to use it for some of our users, because clearly they could use that knowledge, and then maybe our fan mail from now on would be a little bit better written.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do
you want to read a couple, TJ?
Yeah, you know what? I'll take over from here. All right, let's see here. Wrangler Girl 12 writes, "Listen, little pussy shits, if you actually think that men can get raped, you're fucking wrong, and you should die painfully and slowly remove the podcast now!" Now is in all caps.
Sounds really angry.
It does say if you actually think that men can get raped, but if you were listening to the last podcast, you'd know that we did say men can't get raped. So
They can't be.
They can't. It's impossible.
Thank you.
Thank you for your input.
What's her name?
Yeah, Wrangler Girl 12.
Sorry if I assumed that could be a guy.
That could be a guy.
Thank you,
Sorry.
Wrangler Girl. You might be a guy today. Thank you.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
what's
All
the
right.
next one?
Next one. Sorry. White out Snipes. Oh. Whiteout Snipes says, "Okay, so this shit is pretty good, but like, can you cut the..." Oh.
What's it say, TJ?
So it says, "Can you cut the Shaheem guy out? He sucks and he's dumb."
Oh, they didn't like Shaheem.
That's fine, really, because we don't like Shaheem either. So, that's agreed with you there, buddy. Like, thanks for the input. I'm glad you like the podcast.
We won't have him on.
We won't have
him.
Yeah, fuck him. Like,
He owes me $50.
Yeah, piece of shit. We all hate him. So.
Okay, I paid him to be on the podcast. Fair enough. Okay, this is my mistake on my part.
Yeah, it's all right. Moving on. Lone Star 1 star. Sorry, y'all faggots piss me off. Make gooder jokes or quit, cucks.
Can I read that one?
Yeah.
It's from who? Lone Star?
Lone Star 1 star.
Lone Star 1 star. Y'all faggots piss me off. Make gooder jokes or quit, cucks. Wow. Wow. I bet this guy votes.
I bet this guy votes for a living.
All right.
Oh no.
What do you got?
This is from siempre _ hombre. 449. My Spanish is a little rusty, so I'm gonna work with this. But solo quiero ir al casa al mi familia, pero están manteniendo aquí cocinar yo pollo.
It's probably something. I'm guessing.
Thanks for the input.
I bet we have a strong Spanish community
It sounds positive.
that listens to our podcast.
It sounds very positive and uplifting.
If you
Thank
guys are
for your
wondering,
input.
we'll double check this next episode and let you know what he really said. But you guys feel free to look it up yourselves. I'll put it up in the description, and you guys can kind of just copy paste Google Translate.
All right. So this next email is from Solar Breeze 420.
Solar Breeze.
Solar Breeze, thank you. They say, "What's up with the playback quality? I feel like the jokes are dope, but it's hard to listen to in my AirPods." Sounds like
you probably got defective AirPods.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like you probably got those Instagram ripoff AirPods.
Yeah.
So
the thing about the audio quality, one, it might be that you might have, whatever way you're listening to it, that might be the issue. But so I'm the host, me, Mike, and I'm with TJ. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yep.
But
Hello.
Sage, the guy from the last episode that was kind of a little too drunk, I guess. He's the one that edits these, by the way. He's the full-time editor. He's made big hand in the production. So he's the one that runs the knobs. He's the one that, he's got all the software. I don't have a hand in that. It's kind of solely his thing. So
yeah. So if you have any complaints about the quality of the podcast as far as the audio or the video feed or anything,
if the video feed doesn't look too good to you guys, just let me know.
You can address those specifically to Sage in the email. So yeah, for future reference.
Yeah, and I'll plug the email here shortly, but also it'll be in the description in case you guys want to leave a little bit of fan mail or supportive things, just like we're hearing today.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of supportive things. We love hearing these.
Yeah, yep.
Thank you,
we
guys.
love this input, guys. Thanks so much.
We actually have more. Okay, so this one's from Edward Brickhands. Okay, it's a bunch of letters and numbers, so it looks like someone just rolled their fists up across the keyboard. Honestly, they spelled dick out, but with like numbers and letters. Dick, fuck, ass. It looks like they're typing so quickly and angrily, I can barely make out what seems to be a few swear words and some very derogatory things. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's probably just a coincidence. It looks like that. Thank you, Edward. Keep living strong, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Live strong.
Thank you. Live strong.
It's a motto.
Yeah, that's our motto for the podcast. Live strong.
Okay. Next one. Dairy is meir 1990. Okay. Dairy 1990. I'm going to make that a little easier. He says, "What the hell made you guys think to ruin one of my favorite childhood games with this terrible podcast?" What game? We ruined a childhood game of his. What does he mean?
I genuinely don't know. I'm very confused.
Childhood games. Well, Derry, I think you need to fucking calm down.
Yeah, I think you need to stop being such a little pussy.
Hard on us, okay?
Yeah. You can't just judge us for things that we don't even know about, really.
Some of this stuff hurts, guys.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not just fucking, we're trying to spin it positive, but come on, guys. We put this out every week for you,
Yeah. We're really trying for this and putting in a lot of effort, and
it's hurtful. It's hurtful to say the least.
It is.
All right. Okay, here's the next one. His name is A Too Large Plate of Spaghetti. He says, "Man, that's way too much spaghetti. Fuck your podcast, bitch."
Oh,
Okay. I mean, okay. You want to read that, TJ? What's that say?
all right. This says, man, that's way too much spaghetti. Fuck your podcast, bitch.
Okay, he's kind of straight to the point on this one. There's like some of these guys beat around the bush, and they're like, "Hey, cool, some of them cool podcast." This guy fucking hates it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's more. There's actually more here that we didn't see. It says, "Man, fuck your no funny piece of shit ass bitch, and fuck FFA, and fuck the Bobcats."
The Bobcats. All right. I said, hey, keep living strong, man.
Live strong. Nothing to do with
strong.
cancer.
All right. Go ahead. Why don't you read this one, TJ?
All right. Mike's mom 12. Probably coincidence. If you don't pack up your silly podcast and get home for dinner right now, you are grounded, mister.
I think that's my mom. Wait. I
think you should.
What's the
I think
email?
That's it's Mike's mom 12.
Mike's mom 12. If you don't pack up, I'm gonna do it in her voice. If you don't pack up your silly podcast and get home for dinner right now, right now is in caps.
It is.
She uses
serious.
my middle and last name in this, which I don't want to disclose, but you know what happens when your mother uses your full name?
Yeah.
You're probably catching that fucking belt buckle when you get home.
You're probably catching that fucking belt buckle when you get home.
Fuck, dude. This is from like a week ago, dude. I'm gonna get it.
Oh my god.
Okay. And looks like we've got another one.
Okay.
This one is Cooking with Dave. Dave says, "Man, I follow your guys' frozen pizza recipe from the cooking episode. You guys did the cooking episode you guys did, and I burnt the fucking pizza. Fucking 18 minutes at 7:50." He says, 18 minutes at 7:50. Jesus Christ, man. Oh. Almost burnt down my fucking kitchen. This guy's fuck exclamation point 3 of them. What the fuck am I? What the fuck am I supposed to feed my family now? Fuck you and fuck your podcast, man. I'm going to fuck your grandma, dude. Whoa. Cooking with Dave. This guy is like a cooking channel, and he fucking. We were talking. It was a hypothetical of cooking the pizza at 18 and 7:50.
Actually, do that. It was just maybe some things that you could try. Dave,
I'm so sorry about your house and your family, Dave. I didn't think the podcast would have this kind of effect on somebody. I'm so sorry, Dave.
We won't pay for any damages, though.
We can't. We don't have any money.
Not liable, and we also don't have any money.
So I guess that's the end of the fan mail.
Fan mail. That's all the fan mail that we have for today.
If you want to send in more fan mail, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you find us some other way, if you see me on Facebook, if you know me personally, go ahead, do it that way. But the official email is Original Fever Dreams Podcast. Original Fever Dream Podcast at Gmail. No plurals. Podcast, singular, dream, singular, Fever Dream Podcast at gmail.com. Send them there. Thank you, guys. Very cool.
Very cool.
Okay. TJ, did you want to plug some of our ads?
Oh, yep. So once again, thank you to our sponsors, pornmd.com. If you are ever wanking it and you need a place to go that has all the best and darkest and grossest and anything that you could possibly ever imagine, everything. You want to see a Coke bottle coming out of a giraffe's butthole, pornmd.com. They got your back.
They got Big Booty, BBW, BBC, all the good stuff.
Yep. And when you are going on PornMD to look for your disgusting porn, you degenerate, you should be using NordVPN, our other sponsor for the podcast. And they keep you safe from the FBI, CIA, DBT, NDA, XML. All of them, and they can't get in. The Chinese hackers, they can't get in. No one can get in because you've got a rock hard fucking block around your whole computer thanks to NordVPN.
If you're trying to hide what you do, if you're on Infowars.com with a registered user, and if that shows up at work, I know at my work,
it's over.
My ass would be in the pan, to say for short.
Yeah.
Okay, so NordVPN, check them out.
Yep, protect you from getting your ass in the pan.
Very cool. All right, TJ, what do you got going on lately?
I have just been reeling at this Keanu Reeves hype that has been sweeping the internet as of late. I honestly, I'm for it. I like Keanu. I was pretty excited when I saw the whole E3 bit with him coming out, doing some news for Cyberpunk 2077, which he is in. And then after that, if a little bit with the John Wick stuff before this, he was kind of already popping off. But then this kind of just sent him rocketing into space.
It's really weird. So me and TJ aren't that old, but we're definitely older than the younger generation that's digesting most of this stuff. When I was in middle school and high school, younger, Keanu Reeves was on the same level as Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he was not cool.
This isn't a joke.
Yeah, no, not at all. He was underrated.
On the same conversation, you would mention how hacky and lame Keanu Reeves was to Nick Cage.
Yep.
There are even comedians with the bit they'll just bounce their head around and be like, ooh, and they'll just do the Keanu thing, and then they'd literally just move around and say nothing, and they go, oh. That's literally a running joke that every comedian would use, bashing on Keanu. And in the past, since John Wick, the first John Wick,
it's been a steady rise, and now he's in the top tier now.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess before we didn't really know the story of his family. He's got a really sad story behind all his his life.
Yeah, turns out his daughter was stillborn, and then his girlfriend died in a motoring accident. I'm pretty sure. It was car, motor, something like that. Anyhow, though, he still lives life like a super good guy.
Yeah.
He's just a good guy, which is refreshing to hear from Hollywood,
Yeah, it's on the base level, you can kind of just be oh, whatever, fuck that guy. Just how a lot of people do with people that are just wealthy, and I don't want to say entitled. He's not entitled at all, but it's easy to look like an asshole when you're rich and famous.
Yeah.
You can just take one tiny misstep and everyone sees it, and it's amplified.
You're on blast forever at that.
You stick gum on your fucking coworker's car every fucking day. You scratch up his car.
Yeah, with your keys, and then you're just on blast.
I fucking hate you, Pat.
Yeah,
but
you fuck his girlfriend, you're on blast. It's anything you really do, any small thing that doesn't really matter, you're getting in trouble for when you're that famous.
Exactly.
But
if TJ comes and fucks someone's girl, right? He's got her hips up. He's slamming down on her. Right, 90-degree angle, straight down, boom, 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 boom. Nobody
cares. It doesn't matter.
Nobody cares.
Because nobody knows.
Because TJ doesn't care and nobody cares.
Yeah.
But if Keanu starts, if Arnold Schwarzenegger wants to bang his maid in his house, it's fucking
boom.
It's
national
everywhere.
Tragedy.
Exactly.
It's CNN, Fox. They're all covering it. Fuck starving kids in Africa.
Yeah.
We need to know about the scandal. So really, being famous sucks, but there are some people who handle it well, and like Keanu Reeves, and I think that's the point we're trying to make here.
Yeah, but he's a cool guy.
Cool guy.
He's got I don't know if you've seen his motorcycle company. He has his own motorcycle company.
That's cool. He's got a lot of just there could be daily facts about Keanu Reeves, and forever you would be finding out new facts about this guy. He's crazy.
He's into old school Nortons and old school British roadsters from the 50s and the 60s.
It's actually super
which are
cool.
If you got the money, it's not that crazy to keep those things running and stuff. But he's got cherry, really pristine ones that he just rides around. I'm sure New York and LA just rush hour traffic on this old bike, kind of like how me and Brian have. We've got a couple old bikes just like that.
That's nice.
But yeah. Otherwise, E3, I don't know.
Honestly, E3 this year kind of felt like a big dump
Yeah.
for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like that was the highlight for me. There was a lot of stuff. Sony opting out this year.
Yeah,
was a
Sony was
little
out,
bit
which
weird.
is like half the conference.
Yeah, and then Square Enix kind of stepped in where Sony wasn't, and they were like, "Oh, here's all the
Square-
your
yes.
weeby anime content, you fucking nerds that you aren't getting from Sony. Now we get to double up on that." But that's fine because they had all of the Final Fantasy stuff, which I'm super about. They
Yeah.
showed off some stuff from the Final Fantasy VII remake. Looks very good.
They released some more news about the Final Fantasy VII remake. Did you hear about it? So the directors briefly mentioned before that it's going to be like episodic. So it's not just a
Oh.
single game release. There's going to be multiple.
Okay.
So at least 2. Who knows how many? But I found out today that they're releasing like the first game's going to be 2 discs.
Yeah, I did hear about
Isn't
that
that
during the
crazy?
conference. Yeah, that was a pretty
How
big deal.
So they used to do like on the first Final Fantasy is a 3-disc game, and that's because PS1 disc hold 1 kilobyte of data.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nothing.
that's why when you have like a 30-minute game, they need to do like 18 discs to play it for you. But now, how many games can go over 500 hours of gameplay in the disc, and it's probably not even maxed out. The fact that they have 2 discs for the initial game, how massive is that? And that's supposed
It's
to
got to be huge.
The first episode's supposed to be disc 1, which you only play through Midgar, which maybe you could probably get through the whole thing in like 5 or 6 hours on the original. We're talking 80 hours on the first disc, which is already
Insanity.
longer and bigger than the first original game, and it's technically only the first third.
Oh my god!
So
it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be
very
cool.
excited.
That's the one of the only high points I had.
Oh, the Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel announcement.
Yeah.
There wasn't much about it, but just that it was in development. That was a cool thing to hear. But other than that,
Yeah.
for me, big steamy dump. Like, but the Bethesda conference, they pretty much just showed off a bunch of stuff that I'd already known about. I am excited about Doom Eternal, but like everything else they showed was just games that were already out. They didn't really talk about any games that they have that I'm super hyped for in the future. There were some like independent companies that I guess are associated with Bethesda that had some kind of small ones. There's like Ghostwire, I think was one of them. It looked kind of interesting, but for the most part, the Cyberpunk stuff was still the biggest thing, and Cyberpunk's been ruling E3 for like 3 years now, where everyone's just too hyped for this game. But
I get a feeling, maybe I'm wrong, but what if Cyberpunk comes out like Watch Dogs? It feels like the same hype. Watch Dogs came out a few years ago, right? And it was enjoyable, but just the level that they brought it to, and
how much hype there was during
tons
its first
of hype.
announcement. Yeah. Everyone was freaking out. I normally would be afraid for that, especially with games like Anthem that have come out recently.
Exactly, it happened with Anthem.
But CD Projekt Red specifically, and they've put so much work into it that I'm really not worried. It's been in development for like a really good amount of time. They're really smoothing stuff out. Their last game, The Witcher 3, is highly acclaimed game, one of the best RPGs ever made for video games. So I really have a lot of faith in them. For me, hopefully it lives up to my personal hype, and then it's like going to be, because there are just certain select games that I put tons of hours into. Usually they're RPGs, and I just haven't had like a good one come out in a really long time, and this is kind of that like hype for me. So hopefully it lives up to that, and I'll be able to sink some hours into that and just pretend that I'm curing my depression by living out, an existence in a cyberpunk world.
Yeah. No, I think that's what, 80% of their profit margin is that demographic.
Yeah. Depressed kids trying to escape from this.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. I think it's probably enough on E3. Yeah. There was something else we wanted.
So one of the fan mails we had said, fuck Chassis and fuck him and, all that. So Chassis is Chase. I don't know if you guys caught on to that. It's just like a fancy way of saying his name. Same
because
guy.
He's an idiot.
Because he's an idiot. I'm sure I've referred to him as Chase a few times in the podcast, and so do the other guys. Just to clear it up, it's the same guy. Crazy thing, was it today?
Oh yeah, this was today. Yeah, he got hit by.
This isn't a joke.
He got hit by a car. Not a joke or a bit or anything. Legitimately, about 15 minutes after I had stopped hanging out with him, he calls me back up and he got T-boned by an old lady.
He was on a bike.
He's on a bike. Going across a little crosswalk and bam! Apparently flew out into the street.
Yeah.
People saw it right outside of McDonald's. All people in McDonald's,
That's weird.
eating their Big Macs. And and the Big Mac's just falling out of their
Yeah.
mouth because they just see our
Yeah.
friend. I'm putting friend in quotations.
Friend.
If on the video feed, you can probably see me doing this. Just
Friend.
Yeah. Because he's a total
Loser.
loser. Well, actually, that's not in quotations because he is a loser.
He really did get hit by a car today.
He did. Which
And he is
I'd
a loser.
say is tragic, but I kind of wish he'd gotten injured more than he did
Yeah.
because
I mean, I don't wish he got injured. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like he kind of deserves it.
yeah, and not just that he deserves it, but
He had it coming.
he had it coming.
Yeah.
And
It's like you're gonna be on a bike, he's probably got fucking some goofy ass thing on,
yeah,
He's like, fuck
probably
you.
he's probably
I bet you he egged the guy.
wasted on
I bet
drugs.
you he was egging on
the old
traffic.
lady. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was probably taunting them. Really,
I mean, this old bitch, how much does it take to set off an old bitch?
not much.
Like that.
Not much. Boom, instantaneously.
Yeah.
Short fuses on old bitches.
Went right over him, boom, boom, like that.
Yep.
When you hit a speed, maybe they just didn't see him.
Maybe she thought he was a speed bump. I mean, at
Yeah.
that old age, we really can't account for their eyesight. It's going.
We should
your
revoke.
memory's going, your
We
eyesight's
should
going.
revoke the elderly's right to drive. What do you think the age cutoff should be? Do you want me to go? Okay, let me go.
45.
45. I'm dead serious, TJ. I was gonna say 45 is the age cutoff.
Perfect.
I'm not joking.
Well, then that should be it. That's
I think the fact that we hit that answer so quickly means, without a doubt, anybody over the age of 45 can't
I
drive.
think we can all agree on this.
And I know we got a lot of old hoes listening.
Yeah. And you old hoes,
And you can catch an Uber
that's fine.
and catch this piece. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you could, after you're out at the bars with your old ass hoe
Okay.
bitches, you can catch an Uber and you can catch a piece,
Once
but
you-
you can't drive.
Once you get out of the strip club and catch the Uber and get on my piece. Okay?
Yeah.
That's
you're-
fine with me.
You're old, wrinkly, on my piece.
But the thing with your foot and the gas pedal,
We can't be doing that.
I'm sure you can see on the video feed. TJ shaking his head.
I am. Vigorously.
Can you hear I'm wearing a beanie. Can you hear my beanie shaking on the mic?
No old bitches driving cars.
No old bitches driving cars.
No old bitches driving cars.
If anybody is a music producer, go ahead and take those clips, wrap them up into a song.
Yeah, we would love to
That's-
get some fan mail that are like some remixes. That's the fan mail that we need, not these racist
Yeah,
bigots
trap
just
beats.
telling us,
Yeah.
shit we already know. But
Go ahead.
trap beats. Send us trap beats.
Trap beats. No old hoes driving cars. Any other things we say? I know we
Oh.
speak. What?
At you XXX Tentacion, you should remix this
Yeah.
clip
Yeah.
and put it in a song. That would be so dope, dude.
Triple X.
Triple X.
It'd mean the world.
It would mean the world to us. Thank you. Love
Thanks. What else do we got? Fan suggestions. What do you think?
I don't think anything about the fan suggestions. I'm really aloof about it at this
It's
point.
like when you're so big,
you can't really worry about it. You can't really
the
stress
hate's
about
gonna
the
come
little
your
things.
way,
Yeah.
right?
So
Like
no time to be stressed. When
there's
we're just,
guys
swimming
like
pussy.
Jeffrey Dahmer and Charlie Manson, right?
Yeah.
And they have lovers. It don't make them right. We're just the opposite.
Yeah.
Just because we get so much hate doesn't mean we're right either. That's what I'm getting at.
That made
So,
100%.
but yeah, if you have any real suggestions, go ahead, hit us up.
Yeah, if you have any fucking real suggestions, please send
Yeah.
those in.
And all the nice ones and all the nice ones we got that were in there, peppered in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you
We
so
do
much.
appreciate those, but for everyone else, you can just take your mail and shove it right up your fucking pussy, bitch. So that's really all
Yeah.
I have to say about it.
Old hoes get at me.
Old hoes, get at me though. I would just like to say thanks again to Pornhub MD. Or sorry, fuck.
we don't support Pornhub.
We don't support Pornhub, but we do support Porn MD.
So in our last podcast, we had Me, it was you, TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Sage, our editor. Graham, he's one of the homies, and Chase. Not Chassis, it's Chase.
Also known as Chassis, but only
Chassis.
by himself because he's a fucking fag.
He's
bitch.
like that cool kid who's like, everybody, hey, they call me Champ, and like his friends are there. It's like nobody fucking calls
no
him
one calls
Champ.
him champ.
You know, it's like I'm the cool guy.
And he's
And
like
then
a
he-
little autistic, but like he thinks he's the cool guy, and everyone kind of lets him live out his own fantasy about it. But
He's like the weird kid that like once like the weird kid was like all bummed out, and like the football kids took him to like prom to like give him a nice time.
yeah,
That kind of thing's really sweet, but like there's only a certain level. Like it's like singing. When someone sings kind of bad, you're like, oh, it's so pretty. Like he's putting his heart out there. But if it gets to a certain point of bad singing, it's the same thing this way. Like it's not really funny. Like it's just sad.
it is. His life is sad.
Yeah. He got hit by a car.
He got hit by a car.
That's probably what happened. He was probably having an episode in the middle of a four-way.
In the middle of a four-way.
With his bike, he's like riding in circles. He thinks he's in his parking lot or his backyard. He's like doo-doo, humming and singing. He's probably got his headphones on, playing
He
the
did
same.
have his headphones
He
on.
only like listened like the Rugrats song on repeat. You know how they kind of get like really methodical and monotonous about the things they do.
Yeah,
That's how he is.
That's how he is.
Riding around in the middle of it. Kid, get out of the way! Someone's going bombing 50.
And this
they
poor
don't see
old bitch
Yeah.
who just has bad eyesight,
55 miles an hour in the 40.
bam,
Kung kung.
creamed,
So
cream pied.
he was on the podcast.
He was also on the podcast.
Yeah.
That was pilot episode.
Yep. It was cool. I really liked it. What do you think?
That group setting was interesting. I also just realized that a lot of the people we know are alcoholics. After that experience, I learned a lot more
Yeah.
about feces than I really wanted to.
Yeah. They were cool stories.
But I learned
your story was so sweet, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours was the thing you said. It might be funny, but it was like the only heartfelt thing in the entire episode.
But I didn't add the part where I banged her afterwards.
You slammed her out.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I called her stupid. Then girls love it when you was an asshole. So I boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom.
got in there. No,
No, that's super inappropriate.
it was cool. It was kind of hard to record, but I mean, our editor should have been able to take care of the audio.
Yeah,
I mean,
really.
if you're an audio engineer with a degree, that's the only thing you know how to do is to, make it
Sound good.
Then
it should sound good.
I heard like a raw cut of it after he hit it. Right, he hit pause, or he cut it off at the end, and then he just started playing it on the computer. I was like, this sounds great. And he was like, yeah, I might just send it out. It sounds perfect. And whatever the fuck he did,
He ruined it.
he fucking ruined it.
Like it was fine.
I mean,
the natural audio was
I'm not an audio engineer. Okay?
I don't know about this stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to... You ever see a guy backing in a truck, you're like, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. It's like, that dude knows what he's... You're not going to tell the truck driver that's been backing in trucks for 10 years, oh, hey, let me get behind the wheel.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because you're not a truck driver.
I don't drive trucks. Because
But our truck driver crashed,
Yeah.
right into the fucking orphanage.
This dude's,
So
this dude's going back. He's got a truckload of fucking puppies and pillows and candy for these orphans, and he just
He
takes down
backs right
half
through
the
all of
crew.
they're all gone.
Whatever. Man.
And then starts a fire.
Go ahead and send him hate mail.
Yeah.
But not me, dude.
Send him email. Don't.
But I'm the host. So.
Mike's the host. Send Mike love mail. Send Mike.
Yeah, man.
Send Mike nudes.
Nudes. Yeah.
That'd be appreciated.
Go ahead, do that.
Hashtag send Mike nudes. That'd be appreciated.
If you can do, you ever seen people like spell out like pictures in like the YouTube comments? Like they'll put like a thumbs up and it'll just be like punctuation and shit. They just use
a
tab
bunch of
and
slashes
enter.
and stuff. Yeah.
Try to like find a website that processes your picture into like that where you can post on YouTube comment, and I'll look at them through there.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Or the email originalfeverdreampodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you.
What else did we talk about in the first podcast?
Rape,
Rape, dumps.
pumps
Sage-
and dumps.
Sage has had a big rant about chicken and watermelon kind of just ruining it.
He really did. That bit kind of ruined the whole
Yeah.
podcast experience for me. After that, I was like not really about it. I couldn't really concentrate. He really rattled me with that. It just the shit he says sometimes. Just
I had to cut him off. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, you got a buddy that gets on your nerves sometimes, but like with him, it's all the time.
it's all the time.
Like I just feel like I gotta hit him.
I do sometimes.
I mean, we've seen like you and Brian like really hit him sometimes, but like, how far can a man be pushed before he lashes out? That's why
Yeah.
they have the court systems.
Yeah.
It's not like, unprovoked assault. That's why it's a larger charge. This
No.
fucking guy, just like Chase, the dumb fuck, he had it coming.
And Sage has it coming.
Sage has a lot of fucking things coming.
And let him know about that in your hate mail to
Yeah.
him addressed specifically.
I mean, he's gonna fucking comb through this and he'll probably cut it out, but this is what I fucking think about, and that's all I think about Sage. It's no big deal. It's no big
it's
deal.
not, and that really makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It's good.
But yeah, man. Hey, good luck editing this one, buddy.
Yeah. Fuck you.
And here's another thing that's funny about our first podcast. So you guys probably remember, because you guys are loyal fans. I mean, this is like the 20th episode or something.
Yeah.
Chase, actually, we had a moment of silence. I asked for a silent applause, and everybody was quiet. And here's the thing: you can kind of tell when somebody's like touched, for a lack of a better word.
Yeah.
And I asked for silent applause, right? Totally reasonable. And he just starts fucking clapping. Like, the toy monkey, he probably had that in his head.
Yeah,
With the cymbals, cling, cling, cling. Whatever he fucking says.
Yeah. Just
right? And
can't stand.
that's why I had TJ ridicule him. I'm sorry, but I mean, how the fuck else are we going to deal with a friend?
Yeah. That's we had to.
Constructive
We had
criticism.
It's
I'll clip in what TJ said to him, right? And you guys will get the gist, like, oh, like these guys really care, deep. These guys care deeply about their friends from the heart. Like TJ cares deep,
I was really just trying to let him know, like, what he was doing wrong, and then give him positive feedback to like build him up and kind of let him work his way out of it and kind of figure it out, and then not make the same mistakes again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can teach that kind of.
I mean, he'll never fully grasp anything.
I don't think us ridiculing him will cure his Asperger's.
It won't.
You know what I'm saying?
It won't just obliterate the retardation from his brain like a tumor. It's always going to be there.
I wonder if anybody's ever been yelled at so much for being stupid that like it just like they just morph into like, oh yeah, my retardation's like totally good now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Being stupid is like being gay. It's not a choice. You're born with it. It's in your genetics.
Yeah. Well, Otherwise, it was a good podcast.
Yeah. Other than that, other than just
clean, streamlined.
It was professional. I felt professional the whole time until that. Yeah.
And then like, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes in, everyone was like blasted drunk.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear anything, and the dark thoughts started like washing over me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
the rope in the corner started looking real friendly,
Isn't that cool though? Like, when you're just like sitting at home alone and you're just like between work days, and then like you're just chilling like, oh yeah, this is good, and then the darkness just washes over you. Like, isn't that cool?
Yeah, like the void itself is kind of like beckoning you in, and you're it's looking so comfortable to just slip away and never return, and bleed out on the bathroom floor.
Yeah, I'll play like when I'm doing that, I'll just put on like I've got a 72-inch like 4K television. I'll just put strobe lights and like static.
Very nice.
And like I'll pitch black the room, and I'll just let that go. So it's just really just hitting me really hard. And then I'll just start like shaking on the ground.
And you just kind of let it take over and let
That's how I don't know. That's how I like to wind back.
Yeah. Yeah. Just letting out the demons inside.
Yeah.
it's a good way to you just spend like you were saying, days in between work, like when you don't really have anything else
Just
to do.
chilling.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
Yeah. Rainy day. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a beautiful sunny day. Do it that day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the darkness overtake you. It's real fun.
You know, I think that's a good point to end on, TJ.
Sounds good.
Once again, thank you so much for listening. This is the Fever Dream podcast. Send us your emails. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do all that. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.